What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy 10-Bip Live. We are back. We are live. We are alive. Thank you so much for being here. Goodness gracious. What a week. What a time. But we have made it. Oh, okay. Woo! Kyle, good to see you, man. What is this? Chad's the worst nice person on earth? I don't get this. I don't get this. What did he do to you? Was it that flight? You didn't like the flight? I'm distinctly confused. Shy Guy, what's going on? Eagle Rare 12 looks cool, but man, that proof. The flight was great? Good. Yes, we will get to Eagle Rare 12 here in just a bit. 107 should not be that good, just saying. Dude, that 107 is crazy. I can't get over how good that 107 pick is. I've been thinking about it all day. I'm not even going to joke. I've been thinking about that 107 pick all day. So what I'm talking about, I'll back up a little bit here. First of all, I'm Perry, host of This Is My Bourbon Podcast. Welcome to 10-Bip Live. If you're watching on the replay, thank you so much. Hit the like if you haven't done so. And subscribe, too. And if you're watching on Facebook, hit the like button. And hit the follow button on Twitch as well. Got to pull up Twitch so I can see all the analytics and whatnot. See if anybody's watching. But what I was going to say is that today, did I get grapefruit too? Yes, I did. 107 is far better than most Weller products. I completely agree with you, Shy Guy. 100% agree with you. I went to go see our buddy Chad, My Daily Bourbon, today at his base of operations for Rare Character. This is kind of getting into what I'll be talking about on next week's episode of the podcast for what I've been drinking recently. But I went to go pick up the new Kentucky Straight Whiskey, as well as batches 4 and 5 of the bourbon, and wound up with batch 3 of the rye as well, including some other things that I can't talk about because I would get Chad in trouble. Some stuff that I'm so excited about, like, that if I just drank all of it at one time, I would not have been able to stream tonight. There was a part of me where I was like, I don't think I should stream. And then I took a teeny tiny little nap, and I was like, I'm going to be fine. It's not even that I was like, I was by no means like drunk because it was the middle of the day, but I was just so tired. And I had worked too. I was like, I just don't want to, like, I don't know if I have the energy for all this. Papa Ritter's here early. What the heck? Papa Ritter. Hey, buddy. Day drinking do be hitting different though. It do be. Doobie. But there was a little flight of wheated bourbons that were all Buffalo Trace distilled. And Chad said that he was going over to hang out with Kyle later on in the evening. Talking about day drinking Memorial Day Sunday. Oh, man. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Sipping on some Green River Wheated Barrel Pick at 122.4 proof. That's awesome. Green River Wheated Picks are so good. But anyway, I got to preview that flight, and I can't divulge exactly what everything was because I think it would be going against like some rare character NDAs or whatever. But it was awesome, just a really cool flight, and I like that Kyle also got to experience it. But anyway, that's all beside the point. Just a fun little trip over to see Chad at Divine Spirits, the rare character headquarters, which I get to do from time to time. I need to do more often, especially since I don't have anybody that I record a podcast with anymore. Well,
tonight.
Oop. Okay, those captions are wrong, so I'm going to turn those captions off. I'm on early because Mom and I are going to run out for dinner. If you're on when we get home, I'll stop back by. But I just wanted to say hey and happy anniversary again. Thank you, Papa Ritter. Yesterday was my 9-year anniversary with my lovely wife. Cheers, y'all. Mash the like on the way in. Hello, Emily Chambers. I'll come help if you pay me in bourbon. I will be bringing on some like guest co-hosts, I think, just as congrats, wife and I are in 5 years. Thank you very much. And congrats to you as well. And thank you too, Kyle. 100% glad you got to sneak out with some goodies. Yeah, it was a nice little haul that I made out with, and I think I'm gonna crack one of them. I'm definitely I want to open up the whiskey. But what was I saying? Yeah, Mom and Dad will be at 34 years next month. You made out with your bourbon. Don't tell anyone else, but I do too. Later, Papa Ritter. You love the straight whiskey? Yes, I do love the straight whiskey. I thought batch 1 was absolutely phenomenal. And I had batch 2 last week when I was sitting at the bar at Justin's House of Bourbon with our buddy Garrett. He just happened to crack one while I was sitting there. Oh, man. These waxes. It's a good thing I got my Letterman. I'm glad people are loving it. Dog. What the heck? I think this is one of the best products in the limited release line. I don't know what you have to complain about. Also, I love Garrett. I need to get out there soon again. Garrett's awesome. I can't find Rare Character here anywhere here in Indy. I don't know what Rare Character's distribution is like in general. But Chad, being a friend, is always interested, one, in what we think about his process with blending. And for me, rye bourbon straight, but that's just me. I think that's fair. I think the rye is probably the most consistently strong product in the lineup. I mean, he's only two blends into the rye. But there are online distributors too with Rare Character, at least. So those opportunities are still there. I think that Chad is just turning into an absolutely fantastic blender. He's really doing a wonderful job with these products, and I'm always excited to see what each new batch is going to bring about. Trying to think if there's anything else that's been going on over the past week. I kind of covered everything on the podcast too. We'll talk about one thing once I like brown liquid. That makes me happy. I agree. I'm trying to, diversify more as well. Come on, man. It's the worst part, too, of these. Then you get tired halfway through opening. For sure, but I'm not typically a fan of half of the blend, so that's more of a me thing than a blend. Oh, that's right, because you don't like light whiskey. Chad's killing it. The Fortuna Barrel Proof is such a fun academic experience. I was talking to him today about Fortuna Barrel Proof and the possibility of that coming back, and he was like, I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. Blenders have really stepped up in the last few years. I completely agree. I think they've had to. The advent of these, like, micro batches has become such a phenomenon. That if they're not putting out, like, top-tier stuff at an affordable price, then the good blenders are proving their strengths for sure. Then then I mean it's just gonna fall by the wayside. Like, and sure, $80 is still a little bit more expensive than what you would typically want to see from some of the more fresh-faced brands, but at the same time, you don't want, like, you want these new brands to also set themselves apart from things like Buffalo Trace or Heaven Hill, even if they are, like, sometimes sourcing product from these heritage distilleries. New brands be whack at their price points, to be honest. They do be whack. There we go. Got it. Only took an hour and a half. I got a Dancing Goat Limousine Rye barrel pick for $45, and I get most of my West Fork for $65 barrel proofs. Awesome. So this is a 123.4 proof Kentucky bourbon and light whiskey. Here's the label. My arms are tired. There's a fine line between bespoke and boutique to overpriced BS. Yes. Couldn't have said it better myself, Kyle. Really athletically cracked that cork. Thank you. Wait, did he give you one of these glasses or not, Kyle? WP, what's going on, brother? Hope you're well. Good to see you. And cheers to you guys. I've got one full of 107 at the moment. Good. My taster is not tasting very well tonight. That's unfortunate. I'm glad he handed it off to you, because I handed him one as I was loading stuff into my car, and I was like, you know what? You're going to see Kyle. Give him one too. Because there were a bunch that I was saddled with after I was leaving Eric's house for the last time, and so I was like, I guess I got to do something with these now. So anyway, let's jump into it. Let's talk about what's been going on in the world of bourbon. Let's talk some news. Let's first of all talk about what I got up to last night, because it's it's partially news.
A world record was set in Lexington. Bourbon lovers came out tonight to the Big Ass Bourbon Tasting to celebrate the city's 250th anniversary.
Yeah, people got to experience 4 different bourbons, including Maker's Mark, food, live music by Honeychild, giveaways, and more. This is a signature event celebrating the anniversary of the city all year long. Mayor Linda Gordon says more than 1,500 tickets went out for this event alone.
It has been a really fun, wonderful, educating year. I have learned a lot about our city, our community, and our history.
Well, if you missed tonight's event, you can still celebrate Lexington's big anniversary. You can visit 250lex.com for more information. And by the way, all those people down there tonight, they helped set that record for that. What was it? Everyone taking a shot of bourbon at the same time, the most people.
And had more than 1,400.
Yeah.
So, and our Chris Bailey was down there leading the crowd. All right.
Okay, so let me first of all say how cool it was to be a part of that experience. Linda Gordon got that dog in her for real. That's our mayor. It was a very cool idea. It was a very cool experience to be a part of what was ostensibly the world's largest, or the world record for largest bourbon tasting. Okay. So 1,476 people. I think that they were trying to get like 2,500 people at once. Did you just have a lot of Henry McKenna? No. Here's what the tasting consisted of. Because let me be honest with you, this tasting was not
Tonight.
It was not great. It was not the most robust bourbon taster flight, I would say. It was a very interesting selection that they gave us. It was bespoken bourbon, which I don't even know. I think it was like a double oak product. Good Lord. I get very tired of having to put in my age everywhere. But it was actually like Bespoken's product. And it's not even on their website. That's incredible. How do you do some big bourbon event and have the most mid-ass pours? Brother, when I tell you that I was underwhelmed by not every single one of the pours, most of the pours, it was crazy. They knew that they weren't inviting a bunch of Blanton's lovers, but it was definitely more of a PR event than it was like, oh, we know that a lot of people are coming here because they absolutely love bourbon and they're going to enjoy every single pour that they have because they have the most discerning palate, and they're going to just rant and rave about what they got to experience. Does that make sense? So it started out with this bespoken, like, double oaked bourbon. It was fine. It was a little grainy, kind of young. We moved on to Limestone Farms bourbon, which was okay. The finish was the best part of it. I'm going to pull this comment back up from you, Shy Guy, too. Dear internet, I'm vintage aged, well over 21 years. Leave me alone. That's how I feel every single time I get to a whiskey website. I'm like, please, I don't want to keep having to put my age in. After the Limestone Farms, it was the RD1 Amberana finish. Look, I don't hate Amberana finish. I just am tired of it. I was talking about this with Chad today, too. He said that he actually really likes it in a cocktail, in an old fashioned. I need to try that. I've never done that before. I'll give it a chance. Because I've never done that before with a little bit of maple. I think it'd be really interesting. And then we finished with Maker's 46. I just like, there was no theme. There was no through line, no like, it didn't make any sense to me for like the world record setting big ass bourbon tasting, which is what they called it. The big ass bourbon tasting. Amberana tastes like air freshener to me. I mean, totally fair. The note that has been consistent on the podcast has been Old Man Cologne. So I think that's pretty in line too. I know that Maker's is like a heritage distillery. I think that it's nice to have at least one of them in there, but why not more? Cinnamon Toast Crunch, also a very good note for Amberana. I just feel like Amberana is such a weird product to put in that flight. At least it wasn't Jim Beam White Label. True, but they could have had like Knob Creek small batch. Jeffrey Wack, hello again, whiskey friends. Hello to you, my friend. I hope you're doing fabulous. So good to see you. And then like the way that they led the tasting was through a series of pre-recorded videos that were played on TVs, like spread throughout the venue. And the venue is like an entertainment center that where you can basically go and like, you know, play games like arcades. You can go bowl, you can go watch movies, things like that. So there was plenty of space for like everything to be set up. But there was nobody really like live leading the tasting. And so with 1,400 people there, almost 1,500 people, Joseph Brazo, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Oh, and to answer your text, Joe, yes, I do still smoke the occasional cigar and have a functioning humidor. So it was impossible to hear anybody like talking on the videos. So if they were trying to like communicate what we were experiencing with each pour, it was impossible. We just couldn't do it. There was just no way for us to. But I will say the way that it was laid out was really smart. I mean, it was efficient. They did a good job of like having things coordinated so that everybody knew where to go. It just was a very strange flight. It didn't make a whole lot of sense mentally to me. Not my monkey, not my circus. I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. But anyway, cool. I got to be a part of a world record. So I can say that. And it had to do with bourbon as well. Let's move on to maybe the biggest news of the week, which we had seen a kind of a preview of fairly recently, but it was officially announced earlier this week that Eagle Rare 12 is going to be a new permanent addition to Buffalo Trace's lineup. And it's going to be at a slightly higher proof. Instead of 90, it's going to be, what is this? 95? I mean, cool. I'm not Hey, Kyle, I'm not upset about how I'm looking forward to this. Okay? I'm just going to be honest about it. I'm going to go a little like tatery, not like I'm going to go out of my way to like search for it or hunt for it or anything. I will agree with Shy Guy. I'm a little disappointed. It would have been nice to see it at like 101 proof, as like more of a tribute to traditional Eagle Rare, but I like the price point. I think $50 is pretty appropriate. This is easily going to go for closer to like 100 to 150 though in most retailers, just based on the way that things get scalped or people, increase. Gold foil versus silver foil. Yeah, I know that. I mean, immediate thing that I noticed too. It's exciting, but unnecessary is the thing that am I being too cynical about this? Is this what's happened to me over the past few months? Like, I feel like every time that there's a new release or a new announcement about something that is just like something like this, I've been like, but why? I don't know. Even, and it's not even to say that like, I don't think that this is going to be good, because I do think that there's going to be some good qualities. So I think it's going to be a pretty tasty bourbon. But I don't know. You won't catch me buying upcharged Eagle Rare ever? Oh, me neither. I keep a bottle of Eagle Rare around for new people getting into whiskey is a very, very good idea. But 2 years older, 5 proof points higher? Why? other than like a cash grab. I don't get it. We'll see, though. 5 proof points lower. What? No. It was bottled at 47.5% ABV, a slight increase from the 45% proof point. Not Eagle Rare's 90. Yeah. Math and read hard, yes. I mean, I wish that Eagle Rare was a little bit higher proof, but at the same time, then it would be very close to, like, you know, Taylor. So it's all good. That was funny. Numbers scare me too, dude. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Also, I broke my office chair the other day, and my armrest is a little bit lower than I'm used to. So, and I can't afford to replace it right now. So, I look forward to trying it. We'll see. I don't know. All right. I'm going to follow up on something. Imagine if Eagle Rare was 107. Oh. I'm going to follow up on something from last week. And I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it because I hated talking about it. And I'm going to hate talking about this too. But holy crap. This sucks. This sucks just as bad as the Bitcoin bourbon. But we have House of Doge, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey heading our way. I don't even know if this is what it's supposed to look like. I don't even know if this is what the final product is going to be called. Up next, Trump Coin Bourbon. I mean, who's to say, dude? What? There is a phrase, a word that gets used for this kind of thing, and it's in-shitification. And this is what it looks like to me. Where everything just feels worse. And, like, I just a bunch of people who don't get it trying to get a piece of the pie. It just sucks. You're using this AI-generated image for a label that doesn't exist, for a bourbon that doesn't exist yet. Again, like, it's very likely that this product doesn't even, like, I mean, there's no details on what the actual product is yet. Don't you have duct tape and zip ties for armrests? I should probably. Yeah. No, dude, Kyle, that's exactly what I was saying last week. When NFTs popped up, I knew that it was only going to be a matter of time before they leaked over into the bourbon world. And, like, it's crazy that it took as long as it did. But the fact that it's here and it's almost worse than I thought it was going to be. Oh, God, Cybertruck bourbon. This is just like... okay. Machines making bourbon, one thing. If it's good quality product, I don't care. Like, I want people to have jobs. I want people to be able to go into factories and work and have a living and produce good quality products. But if it's operated purely through AI and it's inefficient and it's doing things that look like this, we're cooked. We're absolutely cooked. We're laying our brain functions in the hands of machines. We're not operating at full human capacity. We're doing things that just do not allow us to fully humanly express ourselves. This is bad. This is bad. I don't want more of this. I want less of this. I want us to use what we were how we got ourselves here with creativity and craft and actual human expression to give life to ideas instead of plugging it into a machine and saying make the best version of a product. We should allow ourselves space to fail and grow in order to make the best version of a product. This is bad, man. This is bad. Anyway, I can't believe that I talked about this 2 weeks in a row. But the fact that it's here, I'm like exiting out of the pages because I don't want to have to keep looking at it. Flipper starting bourbon barrel brands should be illegal. Bourbon isn't supposed to be like this. It's meant to be shared by friends with friends. This sucks. But what if it's 12 years old and 95 proof? Moving on to Elijah Craig toasted barrel pick, barrel proof, and all the other BPS. Yeah. Anyway. Georgetown, Kentucky has announced the launch of the Bourbon Genesis campaign. This is really interesting to me because there's always been this like semi-legend around Georgetown being where bourbon kind of got its start in Kentucky, and the campaign itself is trying to like revitalize some of that story. And I want to like try to spend more time looking at this on my own and spending time with it on the podcast. And I just think that like to really try to nail down like from a not archaeological but what's the word? Anthropological? No, I feel like that's not even the word. It doesn't matter. Anyway, but like to say that, oh, this is exactly where bourbon started and how bourbon came to be is historical. Yeah, probably. How this is, you know, just pinning it down in one exact area. Georgetown is known for what? Bourbon 30 moving and Blue Run's flop attempt of a distillery. You said it, not me. Anyway. Absolutely wrecked did. Absolutely wrecked did. But yeah, it's curious. It's interesting. It kind of wrecked boy. Get wrecked did. It kind of seems like there's a bit of a like money making thing that's going on with it. I don't know. But I'll try to do a little bit more Georgetown's where Patrick Ewing used to make bourbon. That's interesting. I'll try to do a little bit more digging. I'll get into it, and we'll report back. We'll report back. So stay tuned. Lately, Tennessee whiskey been hitting real good. I just cracked open yesterday hold on, let me switch back over. A bottle of Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. That's maybe it'll focus, maybe it won't. I don't know. Is that gonna pop? Yeah, there we go. Was bottled on August 7th, 2023, which is the date of my 30th birthday. I mean, I completely agree with you, Kyle. I'm not even arguing. But I don't remember what I said that on. But I located a store that had another bottle of that pick, or not pick really, but that dump date, that bottling date. So I was like, well, I'll go ahead and crack it open, because why not? Hang on, let me do something real quick, because I knew I had something I wanted to rearrange. Where are you? Where are you? You're right there. Sorry. To make sure everything's in the order I want it to be. Okay. Anyway. Speaking of birthdays, I fly in on mine. Oh! Joseph. There are spiders! Cannot sleep tonight. Anyway, back to the news. Sorry. We got a 24-year-old bourbon coming from Stitzel Weller that is in typical Diageo Stitzel Weller fashion as of late. Extremely. Don't waste your time on me. Sorry. Just incredibly low on information. But this is called Stitzel Reserve. It's $1,600 a bottle. You can get it for a pour. Get a pour of it for $200 at the Garden and Gun Club at Stitzel Weller. This is also Dickel. Is it Pappy? Or sorry. My brain just absolutely short-circuited there. Is it Dickel, though? It's Kentucky. Yeah, it's Kentucky bourbon. Unless they're just straight up lying. My guess is that this was toted for a while. I don't know how long. I mean, it's definitely not wheated bourbon. It's definitely not like they've been really creative lately over there. Okay, maybe it is Dickel. Maybe they're saying it's Kentucky bourbon because it's spent, I don't know, 2 years sitting in a tote in Kentucky or something. According to Diageo's account of events, Director of American Whiskey Liquid Development Nicole Austin came across ultra-aged barrels in the Stitzel Weller warehouse in 2023. Oh my gosh, that is the most classic Diageo story I have ever heard. That is just unbelievably on the nose orphan barrel stuff. While nearly half of the barrels in that lot were either casualties of the Angel share or aggressively oak and tannic, the remainder were something special, leaving one diamond on the rough aside as they yet to be released single barrel. Austin pulled 9 barrels and blended them together to make Stitzel Reserve. Just 191 bottles of the cast strength 24-year-old whiskey are available, exclusive to the distillery in Shiloh, Kentucky for $1,600 each. They come with an etched whiskey glass, branded bag, and a Stitzel Weller pin in tow. Yeah, I mean, maybe it is Dickel. Maybe it's, I don't know, Heaven Hill. It doesn't matter. What matters is that they're selling it for an insane amount of money. They're not clear on where it actually is coming from. And you should demand more from distilleries or businesses that are trying to get a lot of money out of you when they're not being upfront about what it is that you're trying to purchase from them. So, why would you say that, Joseph? Oh, it's definitely not for us. So, we'll move on. TTB labels. Speaking of Eagle Rare 30. Who needs kidneys? I do. I'm not selling mine. Speaking of not for me. I like this comment. This one comes in a crystal decanter shaped like the anus of an eagle for $30,000. Hey BT, can you make stuff more widely available? Yeah, here's a 30-year Eagle Rare that there will only be 8 bottles of in retail for $20K. Speaking of not for us. My bullshit meter's in the red. Yeah, this is not for us, man. Holy not for us night, I guess. This might be for us. Elmer T. Lee picks. Weren't they doing Elmer T. Lee picks already? I swear this was a thing. Oh, the Eagle Rare 30 was it was 101 proof, wasn't it? Yeah, 101 proof. But I could have sworn, I mean, I don't know. Again, like, this goes back to Buffalo Trace just needing to make some of these products more available anyway. I don't understand why. What is Chrome picking up? Oh, never mind. I know what's going on. Maybe we'll see more of these. I don't know. They're going to ride the popularity train forever. I know they will. I'm just annoyed. We'll see. This was interesting to see. 1792 is putting out a 15-year-old cast strength bourbon. It says it's going to be 127 proof. I don't know if it's going to be that high. We'll see. I'm all over this. I am so interested. It's going to be a liter. I'm very, very excited for this one. Being a 1792 guy. And the fact that it's a liter is crazy. I'm just blown away by the fact that it's a liter. Elmer T. Lee, most overrated, used to be fairly priced bourbon. Yes. BT got too big too fast. I get it, but I'm pumped about BT Mash Bill 2 picks. Oh, for sure. Oh, I also love Barton. When did Elmer T. Lee become more sought after than Blanton's? I think it's just because it's so scarce, honestly. And I think that, like, the flavor profile of Elmer T. Lee is supposed to be at least different than Blanton's. I'm not saying that it is, but they do aim for something slightly older, oakier in profile. 1792-15 will be so sick. I'm sure the 1 liter is a placeholder for potential international sizes or sales. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm sure that's it. But yeah, this is dope. I'm so pumped for it. We got a couple of rabbit hole releases, distillery series products. Veludo, another Amberano 105.4 proof red winter wheat bourbon mash bill. And then a sour mash rye mash bill. Amroulet. Kentucky straight rye whiskey finished in maple brulee casks. 104.6 proof. Very interesting. Remus Bourbon is bringing back Babe Ruth. The Babe Ruth Reserve. 111 proof. It's a medley of 3 mash bills. 2017. It's a 73%. My eyes are bad. Why can't I see that? 49% rye, 2016, 15%, 44% rye, and a 2017, 12%, 36% rye. You know what I've never had? 1792? Really? Joseph Brazo. We got to do something about that. And do something about that we shall. These are going to be $150 a bottle. I don't know if I ever had the first one. A limited supply of 8,399 bottles, 1 for each of Babe's at-bats. That's crazy. How'd they come out to exactly that number? A couple new labels for Cream of Kentucky. A single barrel at 100 proof. And then a single barrel at cast strength. It says it's like 118.6, but we'll see. I don't know about that. 1792 is a top 5 distillery. You just don't know it yet. Oh, yeah. Coors Whiskey Co. Blended American malt whiskey. 110.5 proof, 8 years old, featuring malt from the historic Coors Malt House in Golden, Colorado. Can't wait for the banquet blend. Dude. Hey, Clifton. Cheers to you, buddy. Hey, I'm excited about the podcast coming back. I was holding out hope that it wasn't gone forever, and I'm very excited to see that it is making its return. So congratulations to you, my friend. Very, very excited that the podcast has made its way back. I got that notification on Discord, and I just kind of flipped out a little bit. I'm kind of all over this. I want to get a bottle of this and pair it with Coors Banquet. Like, genuinely, I do. Think about it the past month or so and decided to just go for it. Oh, anytime you can just create content, I say go for it. Appreciate the support. Of course, man. Joe, the sample guy. Cheers to you, too, man. I've had Barton, just not 1792. Is the new 1792 just Calumet 15 at cast strength? You raise an excellent point. Is that the same Coors as Coors beer? Yes, sir, it is. There's Blue Run's owners doing uninteresting things again. Yeah, I mean, this is not like piquing my interest or anything. I'm just like, I just gotta know, you know? I'm just so curious about what what this slop is going to look like. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Angel's Envy's got 2-grain bourbon at 114 proof. This is in a 375. So I'm guessing that this is going to be part of like one of their gift sets or something. Is it the champagne of whiskeys? No, dude, that's Miller High Life. You don't know about the American single malt movement? Really? Because I'm enjoying it. It's not enough to like move me to do a new podcast about American single malts or anything, but I would, I would do an episode or two at some point. Angel's Envy has never wowed me with anything they have. I don't disagree with you. 2-grain bourbon does sound like a gimmick. Completely fair. But this does seem like something that's going to come in like a gift set or something. I don't know, especially if it's distillery only. I don't know. There's just, what is 2-grain bourbon? What's the 2 grains? I don't know. And then we got a Penelope Estate Collection straight bourbon whiskey, 10 years old, single barrel, 111.8 proof. 75% corn, 4% malted barley, and 21% rye. Oh. So it could be Green River. Nope, it's MGP. Classic. It's cool, but Scotch still slaps in comparison. I think that's fair. I mean, that's completely fair. I just like seeing some American whiskey practices take place within the confines of Scotch or European whiskey making. Does that make sense? So, like, first use casks being used for aging American single malts, as opposed to like a used bourbon barrel or something like that. Do people still call Coors Light Silver Bullet? I don't know. I have an issue. Okay, Penelope, I have an issue with calling 4-grain bourbon a wheated bourbon. That's so unbelievably fair. That's so funny. To me, 2-grain isn't such a gimmick because most mash bills have the barley just for the enzymes. If you had separate enzymes, you really don't need it, and rye does it all the same with the 95.5. That's fair. That's completely fair. If it is, I probably moved on too fast from this. Let's go back to the 2-grain for a second, because there is the potential for the 2-grain to be something like, say 99% corn, 1% malted barley, much like the Old Hamer is, right? Is that what it is? Is that the mash bill? Yeah, 99.1. Yeah. I'm not saying that that's exactly what it could be, but there's the potential, right? And I mean, it could be something that they're like trying to recreate in the way that kind of Hamer was with like and yes, I know Hamer like is MGP. I know that they're not distilling their own product. That 1% barley be looking like David versus Goliath. But the point I'm trying to make, if no grain gets to 51% of the mash bill, is it just whiskey? I think, yeah, that sounds right to me. Is Old Hamer distilling their own product? Old Hamer is West Fork, and they distill their own product under the West Fork name. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Yeah. But anyway, what I'm saying about the 99.1 is like they're trying to recreate some of the more like traditional bourbon mash bills that you might have seen way back in the day. You know, when the abundance of corn was mostly what they were using to create products. But anyway, I don't know if that's the case. I don't know. We shall see. In the meantime, though, got a review. Got a new rye whiskey that we're going to be checking out. I think I can take my phone off the charger finally. Where'd you go? There you are. 15 stars, fine aged rye. Founders Reserve. This is a blend of 14, 13, 9, and 8-year-old straight rye whiskeys at 95 proof. There's my paper. I forget this actually requires content. Yeah, man. Let's see. I'm not reading the tasting notes. And nothing. The news is content. Hey, Kyle, what the heck, man? I'm so tired of 95 proof. I'm so tired of all these Star Wars. Just so tired of all these Star Wars. I was in Star Wars, you know. I had the titular line. You're right. I'm sorry, Dad. Think about what you said, young man. As always, we've got the old style quarter or a coin or whatever on the cork, which is cool. But I like this. I like the balance of a lot of the older product in here with some of the younger as well. Honestly, for 95 proof, that nose is pretty intense. Baking spices, first thing I pick up on. Red fruit, but also like green apple peels. It's just a very fruity nose. Banana runts. I actually would like more high quality, low proof options for the summer months. I always run into that. I always run into that conundrum where I'm like, I really need to drink more low proof stuff. Because I just drink too much high proof stuff. Like lower proof stuff, like if it's full of flavor, I'm perfectly happy to go for it. But yeah, especially once it gets into the summer. I think it's just why I lean so heavily on Turkey 101 around this time. A little cornbready too. Interesting. All right. Cheers, y'all. Fun fact, banana runts flavor is from the Gros Michael banana? Gros Michael? Michael. Gross Michelle. That is a fine aged rye. That is an extremely well put together rye whiskey. Yeah, I thought that's what you were getting at. That this was like the original, like the original real banana. Formerly the dominant banana in America until it was almost completely killed off by disease, replaced by the new Cavendish banana. I do love ryes, man. I wasn't really in a rye mood today until I got the stream set up, and I realized I needed to review this. I've got another rye that's on the way too from Buzzard's Roost. I think it's just a media sample. It's not like a full bottle, because full bottle. 15 Stars is always great about sending full bottles. Banana Runs flavor is what bananas used to taste like. Yeah. How's it compare to Michter's 10 rye? Good question. Kyle, I thought I had some around here, but I might not. Well, that would have been a crazy pull, though. Isoamyl acetate. It died from pathogens Cavendish is about to crash from related virus. Interesting. I got Michter's 10-year rye for Christmas. Sadly, was a bit disappointed. Michter's barrel strength rye is some of the best rye I've had, though. Yeah. Great. Guess I'll have to bring mine over. Shake my head. Darn. What I was going to compare it to, though, was their First West rye, which has a 6-year age statement, but it's 6, 7, and 9 years. And it's Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee. Oh, I didn't even talk about where this was. This is also Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee. No word on, like, the ratios or anything. But I do want to see how these actually compare. I know that I have Michter's 10 rye around here somewhere. Or maybe I finished it, actually, now that I really think about it. I don't know. Equally as evasive as Michter's 10 rye, yeah. I want to take another sip of the Founder's Reserve before I move too far on. The First West is also a 105 proof, so 10 points higher. Oh, also, this reminder from Stream Elements. If you want to support the show through Snuffy Chats, you can do so by heading to the pinned comment at the top of your chat, whether you are on YouTube or Twitch. Stream Elements. That link is how you can tip the show. It's our method of super chats. We call it Snuffy Chats because it's named after the patron saint of 10-Bit Live. Mr. Snuffleupagus back here. I believe you believe. We can see him. He's right there. Snuffy. Just like super chatting, but through a slightly different method. And we appreciate everybody who does that. If you can't do that, hit the like button, subscribe, and just thank you for being here. I don't say that enough, but I do appreciate everybody who shows up on Thursday nights. I know Thursday nights are the most crowded and craziest nights for live streams. I appreciate all my mods, as always. I don't say that enough either, but you guys are the best. And also remember to like the lick and lick the like. I said that backwards, but don't worry, Snuffy didn't get to it first. No, he did not. Luckily, there's something nice about a whiskey tube. Zopher, what's going on? Hey, Thursday. Good to see you, brother. There's something nice about whiskey tube where we're not subjected to a whole lot of like supreme internet trolls or anything. Like we don't get overly attacked or anything. But it is nice to have just really reliant mods every week who show up. And I appreciate you guys very much. And I just appreciate you all being here. Whether you watch on the replay, whether you watch here live every week, just know that I appreciate you. And if you watch live but you don't listen to the podcast, check out the podcast too. It's basically this, but in podcast form. I don't do news on the podcast anymore. I used to do that back in the day, and I kind of moved it just to the live stuff. I miss the porn bots. The porn bots were fun. Maybe the mods are the actual trolls. Do you all remember? We just do all the trolling ourselves. That is true. I like the live streams for the chatting aspect. That's completely fair. Speaking of the porn bots, do you guys remember? This was back. This had to have been like 2018. I can't even. It would take me a while to like go through and find exactly which live stream it was, but we got brigaded. Speaking of porn was his last words. We got brigaded by a bunch of like intentionally racist troll bots, troll accounts on a live stream. If you're newer to the stream, you probably don't know this or don't remember this, but this was a just regular stream night. I haven't always streamed on Thursday nights. I don't even remember what night this was. And I didn't realize it until, and I don't think I even had mods on the channel at that time. But I like, there were some truly vile names that came up, and it was so, like, it was veiled enough, though, to where, like, I said one of them out loud, and once I said it out loud, I was like, oh, what have I done? Like, one of them was basically the N-word, but it was spelled out in a way to where you couldn't tell it unless you really thought about it. I do remember that. People got so upset, I had to stop. I did end the stream. I did end the stream because there was no way that I could like counteract all of the bots. There were so many that were hitting that I was like, I can't do anything about this. Like it was so overwhelming. I had to shut everything down. And it was not like, you know, again, like it was so early that I didn't have any motion or any traction. So it was definitely just to like brigade a random channel. It was so annoying. I took it so personally too at the time. I was like, what did I do? What have I done? And he felt like hockey. I remember the point in time when the Junkies chat was nothing but sex names trying to get Dan or Sean to say them. That's hilarious. Tony, bag of donuts. Hey, buddy. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick. Anyway, back to the review thing. I do genuinely really, really like this rye. Hey, Tony! My hair is tickling my neck. That's why I keep messing with it. It's tickling my neck and it's agitating me a little bit. All right, I'm going to try the First West rye. No. They are unbelievably similar. Durrell. Dude, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Very, very good to see you tonight. As long as it doesn't taste like straight up dill 9 out of 10 times, I feel like I'll at least like any rye sat in front of me. Even if there is a little bit of a dill note in rye, I'm not too upset with that. It's got to have a good balance to it, at the very least. Rye is bae, yes. Tony enters the chat and he gets the red carpet. It's awesome. They are very similar ryes. I think where they just ever so slightly differ, though, is the Founder's Reserve is a little more mellow. And I think it's the proof. I think it's the proof difference. Like the age really is not that significantly different between the two of them. Even though, yes, the First West does have younger product in the blend, but the core of it, the middle section of it, I would say, is still basically the same. I'm struck by how these two are so alike. 15 Stars does a really good job with consistency. I will say that much. I think, if I'm not mistaken, hang on. I'm down for a dill and brown sugar balance, but if it's a 75% dill, I'm out. Typically, shout out Young MGP and Driftless Glen and their small barrels. I think that this is supposed to be... Hold on, let me go back to my email. Oh, okay, sorry. I was about $10 too high. This is $139. $140. So, I mean, genuinely not too high of a price point. I think this is kind of on the low end for what 15 Stars runs. They can... What is this? What? Why did I get sent this? Hang on. Hi there. Exciting news from Canelo Media DTC. We've just launched the first fast, free ad-supporting streaming TV channel devoted entirely to the worlds of premium wine, spirits, and luxury lifestyle with wine, watches, and whiskey. Now streaming on Roku and Amazon Fire, the channel delivers expertly curated content from trusted voices in wine, whiskey, and luxury culture, connecting brands with an engaged, high-value audience that increasingly turns to streaming for education, inspiration, and entertainment. Oh, they just want me to, like, interview people for it. I thought that for a second they were like, "Hey, can we put some of your content on there? Can we buy podcast episodes to put on wine, watches, and whiskey?" Oh well. You know, the most luxurious setup in the world. Let me add a few more cardboard boxes to my background. You're pretty luxurious right now, to be honest. Do you mean my hair? Luxury culture makes the best yogurt. Hey, that's my favorite strain of culture. A few weeks ago, I had to call an ambulance on myself and go to the ER. EMT saw my giant wall of whiskey and was like, "Whoa, you must love bourbon." Shy Guy, I hope you're okay. I'm sorry you had to call an ambulance on yourself. Ugh. I don't even know who I would interview about this channel. The founder? Why did you want to do a channel like this? Oh, because of the same reasons that we outlined in the email that we sent you. Okay, great. Thanks for coming on the podcast. See ya. You know what I mean? Like, there's just nothing. There's nothing there. This is what I mean when I say, and I say this a lot. This is what I mean when I say I turn down a lot more interviews and a lot more product than I say yes to. The fact that Matt Porter thought you were in a mobile home of some sort is my favorite thing ever. Yeah, I got to reorganize some things, huh? Oh. I'm so sorry, man. I didn't know that. Shy Guy accidentally fell on Fusilli Perry. Oh, my keyboard fell asleep. Just so people understand the reference, it's a Seinfeld episode. Wait, what? You can buy Fusilli Jerry? I got hit with some hard vertigo. Oh. I had vertigo when I was like a baby. I mean, I'm talking like 3 or 4. And I still remember it. Why would you buy Fusilli Jerry when you can literally just make it? Especially when it's $100. Cheers, Fusilli Perry. Daphne's, it is so good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing amazing. Who's Seinfeld? I don't want to talk about him. He dated a minor. Anyway, holy moly is right. This is insane. This is definitely something that came with like a box set of like a DVD or something. You know what I mean? Because why else would that exist? Jerry Seinfeld is not my favorite person. I'll be very honest with you. I love Seinfeld the show, but yeah, very popular in cable. Just this image. Yeah, he's kind of a creep. Fusilli. Vertigo stops for people? Yeah. Are we saying I'm not supposed to be drunk at all times? Dude, I wish. It is so funny, though. This is such a great episode. I haven't watched Seinfeld in a while. He did what? I'd never heard about this. Are you serious? Tony, please be joking. Please be joking about this. Please. Tony, please be joking about this. If there were no negative setbacks, I'd be riding a buzz my whole life. Oh, yeah, of course. I'm like 12 pours in at this point. This show rips, which, like Seinfeld? Seinfeld's an amazing show. No way Tony is the master of his domain. No. Yeah, Seinfeld dated a minor for a long time. I cannot believe we're doing this, but here we are. Talk about airplane food, am I right? Seinfeld, the show, more based on Larry David, but yeah. Yeah, Seinfeld's kind of... He's not in his right mind recently. Sean Holgrave, what's going on? She was a friend of the family. That time Jerry Seinfeld dated a teenager. What's the deal with a 38-year-old dating a high schooler? Yeah, I'm not going to get into too much about this, or my other issues with Jerry Seinfeld. but he's yeah, man. Not great. Not great. George was Larry David, yeah. Honestly, I think that Curb Your Enthusiasm is a better show than Seinfeld is. I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's just honest, I think that's honest media criticism. Seinfeld dated more than one minor and groomed his current wife, allegedly, and doesn't understand copyright. Just watch Arrested Development. Yes. 100%. Although, what's his name? Jeffrey Tambor has had his issues as well. Everybody in Hollywood has their issues. What are we saying? What are we saying? I'm not saying apologize for everybody, but you know what I mean. I am so due for an Arrested Development rewatch, though. How did we get... It's crazy that we got on a Jerry Seinfeld tangent. I would like to not be on a Jerry Seinfeld tangent. I didn't know any of this stuff. That's pretty terrible. Yeah, he's... okay. He's probably always been this way. And we're going to move on. The money's always in the banana stand. There's always money in the banana stand. Dadgummit! I said it wrong. Every year when Cinco de Mayo comes, I call it Cinco de Cuatro. I do too. How about that Star Hill Farms, though? Have you gotten to try it yet? I have not. That is something that I've been on the lookout for, and I just keep hearing amazing things about it. But I don't know. I think at this point what I'm going to do is try to get that and what's the new wood finishing? The Keepers or whatever. Keepers release? Yeah. I'll probably do a double review of that on the podcast or something sometime soon. Really, Bourbon and Banter thinks the Keepers is 6 years. Peculiar. It's a clapper. I'll bring you some. I appreciate that. Should I drop one of my usual totally derailing comments? Absolutely. Ben, good to see you, brother. I smoked some pork belly last weekend. Oh, I love pork belly. Is there a Discord? There is a... Okay, Shy Guy. Yes, there is a Discord. This is my weekly pitch for the Patreon, though. Discord is only available for paid Patreon members, though. Let me... Hang on. Patreon.com/MyBourbonPodcast. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the show. As little as $5 a month, you get bonus content every week. Mondays and Tuesdays are when the bonus content drops. But the Discord, of course, is ongoing. You can be a free supporter of the show as well over there. But, yeah. Discord is just for Patreon members. That being said, though, yeah. It's the best way to support the show on an ongoing basis. Okay, so hang on. Shy Guy. Shy Guy, if you need me to message you the Discord link, please let me know. Because it can be a little hard to locate at times. But thank you so much for joining the Patreon. My goodness. Here, actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and just message it to you directly. Oh, and Discord is updating. But anyway, I got the notification that you had joined, and then I immediately saw a tweet right afterwards that just said F you. And I was like, what? I was like, did I do something? Oh, you found it. Okay, cool. I assume smoked a pork belly means you slept with a fat dude. I mean, I smoked something last night. Don't think it was pork-based, though. Ooh. We got a cool guy on our hands. Discord makes my eyes go crossed. Go check the pork belly I posted. Is it in Snack Lounge? Yes, it is. Holy Moses. Oh, my Lord. Wee woo, cool guy. Oh, my gosh. That is insane, dude. Sous vide 12 hours in a marinade of soy sauce, honey, ginger, garlic, black pepper, green onion. Cooked down the marinade into a glaze while I smoked the pork belly for 3 hours after. Oh, my Lord. I need to get back into the... just pausing here on Kyle's comment. This looks insane. I mean, oh, right over the rice. Dog, what are we doing here? What is this? Yes, it was teamwork. Thank you, Kyle. Oh, my goodness. That's incredible stuff. Look, I don't normally compliment other men's meat, but this is some of the best looking man meat I've ever seen. A truly adult maneuver. Wife's from the Philippines, so rice with all meat now. Oh, you got to do it. You've done it, my friend. You've done it. My wife says the same thing every night. You're a lucky man. You're a lucky man. Do you have children? Because that will change if you don't. I got to get this off my screen because my mouth is literally watering. No children. She had a hysterectomy. I got to schedule my vasectomy. Gotta schedule that vasectomy, man. Oh. I didn't read that as cook. I did not read that as cook. I was like, dude, what? Why are we saying this in the chat, man? That absolutely broke me. That was so good. That was one of the funniest things. That's good. That's phenomenal. Well, you're both lucky, all right? It's getting weird even for you. Oh, Ben. Oh, Ben. Why are you apologizing? Kyle, I don't understand why you're the one. I got another mouth waterer. Shy Guy, I also like that your very first message in here was found it, by the way. First time I smoked my meat, smoked pork belly burnt ends. Oh! 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 With a side of Lysol? Dude, that's living. My brother, you have truly ascended into the next plane. We call this the 3-in-1. Mind, body, and soul. Smoked low and slow for 5 hours, covered in a mixture of butter, brown sugar, barbecue sauce, peach hot sauce. Oh, that sounds so good. Then cooked for another 2 hours in the sauce. Oh my gosh. I'm way too hungry for like this when I know that I have like chicken that I have to eat after I'm done. Yeet! Yeet! Y'all remember the Zuckerberg Sweet Baby Ray's memes? Dude, I think about the Zuckerberg Sweet Baby Ray's thing way too often. Like, way more than I should. My best friend will call and talk to me for an hour or two every once in a while. I always make him hungry while he's driving on the road doing his trucking. He's like, man, I knew that I was going to talk to you, so I specifically made like some pulled pork just so I could, not have to listen to this and hate myself. Get off my screen, food. Also, I guess, Shy Guy, everybody knows what your name is now. I'm not going to, if they are looking at the screen, but I'm not going to say it. I can talk cooking and food without talk cooking and food for hours without getting hungry. That must be nice. It's the whole like screen name thing. I gave up on having an online moniker. I mean, I kind of have two in a lot of capacities. But it is what it is. Most people know who I am. Perry's gonna need a non-food cigar. What are your top 5 whiskeys now that we're almost at the halfway point? Like of the year? That is an excellent question, Kyle. Let's see. Also, I just got really blown out there for a second. What have I reviewed this year? That's so funny because I feel like I've... Oh, snap. Bourbon Jerk's got Logan on tonight from the Bond. Yeah, Wild Turkey 8 times 5. I'm already tracking your house to steal your bourbon. I've been really into fermenting recently. Made killer sauerkraut, kimchi, fermented hot sauces. That sounds awesome. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Sorry. Sorry. Imagine if I joke around and say, go check your door, then at that same time someone actually knocks. Shy Guy, I genuinely would be a little afraid if that happened. Let's see. Heaven Hill 19 year is up there. Turkey 101 8 year for sure. Jack Daniel's 14 is very likely at the top of the list. Trying to think about what else has come out. Let's go to all right, dude. Let's try to spell. Posted a pic of my bourbon wall and what you've been drinking lately if you want to see what that EMT saw when he entered my apartment. I will look in just a second. I need to answer this question before I stray too far. This year's 1924 from Old Forester was really good. Hold on, let me share my screen so that I'm not just like speaking into the void. And this is just going off of what Breaking Bourbon has posted. Bullet Bottled and Bond definitely does not make that list. Larceny A125, I don't think so. It's just fine. XO Vinyl Blend is very good. That Eagle Rare 12-year at 95 proof is my bourbon of the year. I got it. Hey. One, Wild Turkey 8. 2, Maker's Mark Star Hill Farms. 3, Jack Daniel's 14. 4, probably like 12 unofficial RC barrels. Yeah. I mean, there's still so many things that I haven't tried yet. Like, I still want to try the Keeper's Release. I'm not saying it's going to, like, blow me away or anything, but, I mean, who's to say? I still really like the Hamer 10-year as well. I was really impressed with the Hamer 10-year, the 100 proof. Oh, dude, Derbytown Barrel Proof, excellent. Absolutely fantastic bourbon. Just really, really thought that was an incredible product. Yeah, there's the Hamer 10-year. I just actually... Where'd you go? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I just bought another bottle of the Turkey 101 8-year as well. You thought it was fine? Really? Had it at the distillery, wish it was higher proof. I think those 10-year 99 ones are hitting their stride this year. They were solid last year, but most that have hit that 10-year mark have been very good. I've done multiple 10-year... I've done multiple MGP 10-year barrel picks there and my own barrel pick of their Hamer. Interesting. I would like to try that. Ugh. B525 Elijah Craig Barrel Proof was okay. I mean, it was good. It wasn't. It didn't just blow me away. Emily, are you still in the chat, by the way? I was part of that 10-year barrel they bottled. 10-year barrel pick they bottled. They hosted an event with 3 different 10-year MGP barrels. We voted on the best one, then they watered it down. That blows. Like, I also haven't tried the New Riff First Decades, and everybody says they are amazing. And I just, like, I want to try those as well. Excuse me. What's happening? I'm losing my voice. Anyway, the ones that I can like confidently say are definitely Turkey 101 8-year. I can definitely say Jack Daniel's 14, Derbytown Cast Strength. I'm just trying to think. Sorry, hang on. Oh my gosh. We've done so much this year already. I've absolutely loved this rare character whiskey batch 1 as well. I don't know. I know that I'm missing out on some other things too. Like my brain is just fried all of a sudden from streaming for a couple hours and looking at computer screens all day long. Still waiting for Heaven Hill to meet their promise of it can be more than 12 years after C923. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Everyone in their bourbon club got invited to a free dinner and tasting 3 different barrels was great. I also got to meet Jay Take at another barrel pick event at West Fork and hang out with him. It was a lot of fun. I interviewed Jay a few years back. I need to have him on again at some point. I got an email about a pre-sale for Barrel's 20-year-old whiskey from Total Wine. Have I gotten that email? Oh, from the concierge thing? Isn't it like a $200 bottle? Honestly, not that bad. Not that bad of a price for that product. Oh, God. I don't want to... You can also enter the 19-year Brook Hill lottery if you want. Through Sealbox. That's fun. His wife and my wife hit it off. That's awesome. Fair play for 20-year Canadian. I mean, it could be lower for sure. It could be, but Jay started up his own whiskey company. I forgot about that. Who's got 1.5K to throw around? I mean, not me. Not me. We'll all go in on it together as a community and just, do whatever. I'm joking. I'm joking. All right. I'm going to go hop off of here, I think. Also, I meant to say this earlier. This is what I'm going to be doing with the rest of my evening, I think. But Backyard Baseball is now on the Switch for $10. So go play you some Backyard Baseball if you have never done that. Because it's Backyard Baseball, man. Rest of his evening staring at. Oh yeah, I want to look at your whiskey ball real quick. Hey, there you go. That is definitely something that, like, an EMT would look at and go, "What is happening here?" It's an awesome collection. Ooh, look at the Lagavulin up there, too. I dig, man. I dig. I'm going to go to bed now, have fun playing with Pablo Sanchez. I mean, that sounds weird. Anyway. I love y'all. Thank you so much, as always, for watching and supporting the show. You've been wonderful. It's been a great stream. Next week, I've got no idea. I might do rare character stuff next week because of these bottles that I just picked up from old Chade today. So stick around for that. If not, that might be next week's episode. I'm not entirely sure what that's going to look like just yet. Everything's kind of going on the fly these days. So I love you. Stay safe out there. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. That's all. Love you much. See you next time. Until then, I'm Perry. This is 10-Bip Live. Go listen to the podcast. Do those things, you know. Next time, bye.